It's time to communicate. It's time to communicate. I am Jackson360, your platform partner. And this video is about why a lot of Toastmasters do not like me. They may not like me, but they respect me. I am a very respectable person, but I want to share with you my experiences on why people don't like me. And some of it is justifiable, I'll say that. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey, because I think people like me a little more now than they did when I first joined. But just follow along with me, and hopefully this could be some value to you in some form of fashion. So first, it's important to note that I joined Toastmasters in 2010, and I was only about 24 years old when I joined, 24, 25. And my motivation for joining, because I wanted to become a better salesperson. Keep in mind, before I joined Toastmasters, I had already been working with a lot of sales organizations around independent business owners that were generating hundreds of thousands of dollars every month by going on stage and selling, and they were confident. So I was already in that environment. I didn't have confidence though, which is why I came to Toastmasters. At the beginning of my club, here's the story. So when I first joined January 2010, my intention was to be in a competition, because I knew in the competition is where you can grow the fastest, and I wanted to grow. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. But you have to give 6 speeches in order to compete. So I joined a club called Chicago Speakeasy, okay, downtown, right in the middle of the Board of Trade, downtown Chicago. Amazing club. I love the club, by the way. I love the president, Anthony Smith, Charlene, Reinhardt, all the people that were there. But I remember when I first joined, I wasn't qualified to compete because you have to give 6 speeches. So I remember Terry walked up to me and he said, you know, he said, what you want to do? You want to compete? I said, yeah, I'm here to compete. He said, too bad you can't compete. You know, you got to give 6 speeches. Too bad. Try again next year. And he patted me on the back. And I said, you got to give 6 speeches. I said, what's the deadline? And they said, well, the deadline is you got like 45 days. I said, well, okay, cool. I'll just give 6 speeches in 45 days. So I joined the second club to make sure that I could give speeches. And I could tell that the guy who was telling me this, he was intimidated by me. Not that I was such a great speaker, but because I think he was just used to being the guy that always won the competitions. So to see that I'm somebody who's excited and who wants to compete, he doesn't even know if I'm good or not, but he automatically kind of didn't like me. But it was really more so out of his own fear of not reaching his personal goals as being the guy who competes. Fast forward, I completed all 6 speeches in 45 days. I'm competing against him in the club. Day 1 of the club, he speaks before me. And in the middle of his speech, he forgets everything, all of his lines, because he was busy, too focused on me. He's looking at me while he's speaking, forgets his lines. He says, you know what, I can't do this, I quit. And he quit, so I won by default. And I'm like, dude, stop focusing on me. This isn't a competition between us. Do you? But sometimes I notice when you're excited and you just want to win, sometimes people just become insecure. I don't know, but I think he really didn't like me. But he respected me, because later on, him and I developed a really good relationship. And to this day, I still got a lot of respect for him. But I don't think he liked me at all at the beginning, because I think I was a threat to him. So be aware. Some people may feel like you're a threat if you're too excited, you know, and really want to improve yourself, right? And I was very respectable. I never disrespected him or anyone else. In fact, I was humble because I didn't even have the money to join. Like, the president paid my way. So, but anyway, so a lot of people also didn't like me because I was speaking at a lot of different clubs on purpose. I had to reach my goals. And most Toastmasters, they're like, hey, we want you to just speak at this club, don't go anywhere else. And this is at the beginning. You know, everyone doesn't think like this. But some people are thinking like, hey, just stay in our club, don't go anywhere. I was speaking everywhere. Like, my first 2 years, I spoke at over 100 different clubs in Chicago. And because I knew it was going to help me grow, I was on a mission. People didn't like that because I became popular very, very fast. And there was some people that didn't like that. And I will admit, because I ended up going to the district finals the first year, and then the second year I won the district. So I wouldn't say that I was cocky, because I wasn't, but I was very confident and moving fast. And I think some people don't like that. People don't like that if you achieve so much so soon, and they've been trying those same goals for years. I mean, you got people who've been 10 years competing and never made it to the district. Here you come your first year, take your icebreaker speech and make it to the district. People don't like that. So they didn't like me for that, you know. Some people, I'm not saying everybody, but there were some people who did not like that. They say, man, you're doing too much too fast. And so I'm sharing some of these things with you because if you're a person that people don't like you and you're feeling that in your club, don't let that stop you. Continue to be a Toastmaster. Continue to do you, because people, they're going to have to respect you regardless, right? When you're putting up results. But still be respectable. Like, still honor people, show them, you know, love, communicate, you know, because this is a very positive environment. I've never had people really... I've had people come at me crazy and say crazy stuff to me. I've had people grab my speech and rip it up and say this was a horrible speech, I should throw it away. I've had people tell me that. This was at advanced clubs though. But I kind of like that type of stuff though. That's just my personality. I like the competition. But yeah, I've had people that just not like me for those reasons and more. Because eventually, once I grew, I started teaching other people. Like, hey, you can grow too. You don't have to give 3 speeches in 1 year. You know, create a plan and you just get aggressive. And some people don't like that. They're used to take your time, don't speed through it. And I understand why you wouldn't speed through it. I get it. But momentum is very important. You have to get active and get into the game. And a lot of people get complacent. You join Toastmasters to get out of your comfort zone, but then now you're sitting in another comfort zone in Toastmasters. Doesn't make sense. So I'm hoping that you get out of your comfort zone. Don't worry about if people like you, but understand they will respect you, okay? But you gotta be a respectable person. Hey, subscribe to this page. I wanna talk more about it, but my camera's about to die. Jackson 360, this is communication skills worth millions. Get the book too, Shut Up and Hustle. Links are in the description. I look forward. Subscribe to the page. Yeah.